This going from one level to another, that's a choice, right? You have the Two of Pentacles here. That's a choice. Somebody needs to make that choice, right? This It could be that this person is still working, one partner is still working on it, and the other partner is already ready to move forward, right? I'm getting that um, and you have the Justice card here. There needs to be a balance in time for Leo season. So it's going to start in the next month or so through December. Spontaneity, take some risks, right? Talk to each other, communicate with each other, right? We're missing the Eight of Wands here. We have the 5 through the 9 of Wands, and the Eight of Wands is missing. So there's some communication that needs to go on. Hello, and welcome to your weekly love focus. Spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective this week for love? We have Saturn in Aries, and it's conjunct with Neptune and Aries, and Saturn is about structure and discipline and reality. And it's paired with Neptune, which is about intuition, dreams, and spirituality. So it's kind of a paradox, right? It could be a welcoming or welcomed, it could be transforming you forward, and it also could be causing some delay, right? I couldn't think of the word, like halting, right? It could be um, filling a um, like an overwhelm, right? Because you want to move forward, but you're having a hard time. I'm hearing that there's a hard time with balancing what's real and what isn't, or what is it that you want and what is it that you can gain, right? You have to trust your intuition, but you have to um you have to go know those lessons learned, right? We've done all kinds of work, and it's like if you're in a partnership, right? I just heard there could be some kind of confusion, or that's not the word I want to use. A um a pause, right? A delay, a bump in the road, right? Speed bumps that are going on with your partnership. So you have Winter's End, Purification, Fire, and Ganesha. So we have a 16, which is a 7, which is about movement forward, 14, which is a 5, which is about change, and 31, which is a 4, which is the Emperor, right? It's about leadership and taking action and having passion. Clearing away obstacles, protection, guidance, trusting that intuition, right? Um, I just heard be open to what's coming in, but you also have to take action. Bare essentials, the naked truth, wholeness, regeneration, rebirth, positive outcome. So this is a new beginning, right? This Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries. Neptune has been in Aries since the end of March, but now Saturn is here, and Saturn is about our structures and our discipline, how we do things, how we want to continue to do things. So um, you're wanting to move forward, and I'm feeling this stuckness. So let's see what Spirit has. And this could be stuckness in love, right? Um, I'm really feeling partnership here. So let's see what's going on in this love reading. So you have the Seven of Pentacles and Temperance. So you've been working hard, but you have to balance, right? Be patient. This ending that's happening, be patient in this ending, right? It's ending and you want to move forward, but you're reevaluating. You are reassessing what it is that you want to move forward with. Um, and Archangel Michael has the 2 cups there, right? He's balancing the love in between the 2 cups. So this is about love. You have the 9 of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Emperor, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you've fought the battles, right? This wholeness, this naked truth, right? This Ace of Swords is about a new truth. Also, you, with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, you have the confidence. You know what you want to take forward with you. You know how to discern what it is, right? The Queen of Swords can cut through the crap. And the Queen of Pentacles, she is holding onto that large pentacle, and she is sitting there in her elegance, right? She knows exactly what she wants to do to move forward. And you have the Emperor again here, right? So you got 31, which is the 4 here, the Emperor with Ganesha clearing away obstacles, and you have the Emperor here too. So you have the confidence and the nurturing of yourself and the stability and building yourself up in order to move forward. Let's see. What's going on with this Ganesha card, please? More guidance on that, please, Spirit. The 5 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, and the Star. Okay, so I just heard there might be some more healing that needs to be done, right? You're wanting to move forward. You are moving forward because this is a new time. This is a new beginning for you. But there's some new passions that are coming in that you need to be mindful of. Be mindful of something that might hurt you, right? And the 10 of Cups, you are going to find that happiness, but you have to be mindful of the new passions and heal from those little sadness, that little sadness that comes in, right? That little bit of hurt. We're all human, right? We all make mistakes. And when we don't have patience, I just heard fly off the handle, we might hurt somebody's feelings. So we have to be mindful of that, right? This new passion, there could, I'm feeling like, I keep having to clear my throat. So that could be someone's not saying everything they need to be saying right now. But in this partnership, I feel like there's one person that's wanting to move forward faster than the other. And that person might be impatient because the other person isn't quite there yet, right? Don't be mindful of that. Give that person some grace because they might not be ready. What were you doing? I want to say, I'm getting from like August, September of last year. What were you doing then? What was happening then? Is that when that relationship was new? Is that when you were wanting to move things forward? You've been working on things since then. I'm feeling like someone is really impatient right now. Somebody wants to totally move forward and the other person doesn't. And that could be a choice that you need to make. And not everybody has that. Not everybody is resonating with that. And if you are resonating with that, then hopefully you can stick around for the extended reading. I'm going to go deeper into that in the extended, but I want to get some clarification on this Temperance card first. And I want to get clarification on the Star after that. So with the Temperance, we have the 5 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Empress. So you need to continue to set boundaries. There's some decisions that still need to be made. Again, remember, you're reevaluating. So there was a little bit of a struggle. You are learning to set boundaries. You don't want to move backwards, right? You want to move forward. We have this 16 here, which is 7, which is the Chariot. It's about moving forward, right? Even if it's little baby steps. And you want to be open to what's coming in, the Empress energy. So you have the Empress and the Emperor. So this is a partnership. You have the 10 of Cups here and the 2 of Cups. This could be the twin flame I had when I was doing my grounding work this morning. I was I see 333 right now. There, and that's the um, threes are the Empress, right? So we have to allow things to come in, and there's like with this Saturn and Neptune in Aries, it could be that one person is, like I said before, one person is wanting to move forward, one person's a little bit ahead of the other, and you don't have to. I'm not saying that if you're here and they're here that you have to wait for them. I'm not saying that, but I'm also not saying to just say, you know what, you're not where I am. Be done. And we have to give each other grace, right? Some of us just aren't where the other person is, and maybe that's why I was clearing my throat, because there's some communication that has to happen. I don't see the Eight of Wands, but that doesn't mean that there's not any communication that needs to happen. You have the Seven of Wands and you have the Nine of Wands. You're missing the Eight of Wands. Okay, so let's get some clarification on this star, Spirit. What does the collective need to know about this star, please? It's healing. Okay, so you have 5, 6, 7, and 9 of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is missing. So there's some communication that is missing in here. So you have the Justice, Death, and Rebirth, 6 of Wands, and the 9 of Swords. And you have the Tower on the bottom. So there is a sudden change that is either happening, could happen, or has already happened, that has I'm feeling like it's tied into, because it's tied into the healing, it's tied into this little bit of pain. So this new passion, this new beginning, the one partner that wants to move forward, and it could just be move forward in your spirituality, in your growth, right? Moving to your best and your highest self. That from the 3D to the 5D, right? That doesn't mean that you this time right now, this next 2.5 years with Saturn in Aries, this conjunction with Neptune. Right now, it's within 1 to 2 degrees, but in February 2026, it's going to be exact conjunction at 0 degrees. And so there's going to be like a back and forth, right? There's going to be a, I'm here, but I'm also there, but then I'm back here, and then I'm there again. So it's like this time is preparing you to move forward. So be kind, right? Be gentle, be graceful, and give that person grace. Let them know that, there might be some things that you're doing that's up here and they're not ready yet, but you're not okay. So some of you might not want to separate, some of you might want to separate because you're just not in the same level, right? And this going from one level to another, that's a choice, right? You have the Two of Pentacles here. That's a choice. Somebody needs to make that choice, right? It could be that this person is still working, one partner is still working on it, and the other partner is already ready to move forward, right? I'm getting that um, and you have the Justice card here. There needs to be a balance, right? So I want to get a timing card, and then we'll go on to the extended. So what about timing, Spirit? Sorry about my phone. So we have December, spontaneity, and in time for Leo season. Okay, so August. So maybe between August and December. So this is June, right? We're the end of May. We're getting ready to go into June. And 7-7, right? The 7-7 portal. That's really big. I'm going to do I'm thinking of doing something special on that day. Not quite sure. There's a lot of energy that's happening. I want to say Uranus goes into Gemini. Um, and I want to say Jupiter is involved too. I'm not sure. I don't want to just make something up. But I've been looking at a lot of the astrology, and I want to work on that. I'm trying to figure out the whys. Why are we doing these things? Why are we feeling these things? So that I can help you move forward, give you some guidance on moving forward. If you're feeling stuck in a certain situation. So, in time for Leo season, so it's going to start in the next month or so through December. Spontaneity. Um, take some risks, right? Don't be so stuck in, you know, um, if you're up here again, if you're one partner's here and one partner's here, talk to each other, communicate with each other, right? We're missing the 8 of Wands here. We have the 5 through the 9 of Wands, and the 8 of Wands is missing. So there's some communication that needs to go on. Talk to each other. Um, Something is ending for a new beginning, the Saturn in Aries. And there's a clearing or a cleansing of the energy so that you can move forward, right? You've been working on some things. There's some decisions that need to be made. You are healing, right? You're going to balance those things. You're going to give yourself grace. You're going to um, not be so hard on yourself and not be so hard on your partner when this all this energy that's happening right now. It's kind of like the structure, right? The Saturn is the structure and the discipline, but Neptune is the intuition and the dreaminess, right? And you can have a tension between reality and fantasy, reality and dreaming, but that doesn't mean you can't move forward and get those things that you want, okay? Work together, trust each other, trust your intuition. You got this. Thank you so much for all the likes and subscribes. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you are returning to my channel, thank you so much. And if you are not a member yet, please become a member so that you can move on to the extended reading. I'm going to go into I'm going to do some pull some cards for each partner. And we're going to talk about the healing. We're going to talk about the work that's going on. We're going to get some blocks and some advice from Spirit and maybe what you don't see coming. Okay? See you in the extended.